Hey, I'm Rob, JTR Anime Noob. JTR stands for Jesta ThaRogue, which is my name on Twitch and social media. And this is my channel. Now, I've only been doing the channel for 4 months. I was planning to go a year and then see how things went. And then earlier this year I decided I'll go to the end of the year and see how things go. And I just don't have time to do it anymore. And after 4 months, which is when I released my first video with the review of Chainsaw Man, I've got 3 subscribers, 2 of those are me. So I've only picked up 1 subscriber in 4 months. And my most watched video has 56 views, so it's not really going anywhere anyway. And if you heard or watched any of my reviews, you know that I'm learning Japanese. I just don't have time to learn Japanese because I'm too busy creating content for 3 different channels. So this is going to be the final video for this channel already. I'm already wrapping up my other video game channel at the end of this year. And I'm going to focus on learning Japanese, but also with my main channel. This is Jesta ThaRogue. This is my board game channel where I've got, a few thousand subscribers and my videos are getting plenty of views, so it's well worth the time. And it's really enjoyable talking about board games. So if you're into board games, why not give this one a subscribe? So I'm going to cover my top 10 anime. I'm going to be pretty quick. I'm not going to spend too long on each one, but there are a couple of videos I want to cover first. There was 4 anime shows that I watched and I recorded the audio for and everything. I just needed to edit it. I just haven't got time. So I want to cover 2 of these here, then 2 of them are in my top 10, so we'll get to them when I get to them. So the first of those is Nyampire, the Vampire Cat. Really cute show for kids. Episodes are only like 4 minutes long and most of that is intro and outro, so you can get through the whole season in one sitting. It's just a really cute show about a vampire that bites a cat and then that cat becomes a vampire cat. That's pretty much the show. And the other one is Cyberpunk Edge Runners that I watched on Netflix, which was fine. I really love Cyberpunk 2077. It's one of my favourite video games of all time, and the show was really good. The music's from the game, and it was a good show. I just didn't like the story much, so it's not made my top 10. But number 10 on my list is the 100 Girlfriends That Really, 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 Really Love You. This is about a guy who meets a god, and the god's he said he wants to find love, and the god says, oh no, I've made a mistake, I've made everyone hate you rather than love you. And so what he's done is he's granted his wish that he will find 100 girls and all those girls will love him. And as we go through the series, he picks up more and more girls, and we get to know him, we get to understand him, we get to see all these girls and everything like that. And it is good fun, but it is very pervy. Lots of short skirts, lots of large breasts, and the sexualisation of children who are in school, which isn't great, but it is anime, and what more do you expect? But this one actually got me in a lot of trouble because somebody sent me an email saying I was glorifying this kind of anime, where I'm not, I'm just reviewing it. But I quite enjoyed it as a show, so that is the 100 Girlfriends That Really, 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 Really Love You. My number 9 is Gamers, and this is a story about this guy who joins a video game club in school, and he meets all these different people, and there's kind of the relationship he has with one of the girls. The girl's a popular girl. He's not a popular boy, but she's a popular girl, and she likes him, and he likes her, and it's all a bit awkward, but it's kind of ruined her life because she was popular, and now she's just like not anymore. But it's all about this game group and the relationships they have with each other, and it's pretty cool. Number 8 is, of course, Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man is about a demon hunter who has a little demon friend whose name I forgot with a chainsaw head. It's gone straight out of my head, unfortunately, I can't remember. But yeah, he gets killed, and then the blood of him dribbles into the demon's mouth, so then they bond together, and now he can become a Chainsaw Man. And he joins a group and he goes around killing demons with all these various people. Of course, one of my favourite characters in all of anime is Power. If I can find her, there's Power. There she is. She's a demon, she's crazy, she's very funny. The show overall is really good. And I think there's a season 2 coming up. I'm looking forward to that. Next up is Buddy Daddies, which is the show that I was going to review next, but I just unfortunately haven't got time. And this is about 2 assassins who live together, and they're on this mission to meet a girl called Miri, and they end up killing people and taking her in. And it's the story of these 2 assassins getting on with their thing, but also dealing with their private lives, and also looking after Miri. Obviously, the 2 assassins themselves are an odd couple. One is very clean, tidy and happy. The other one is very lazy and not very clean and is a bit miserable. And there's a lot of queries on Google as to whether this is an LGBTQ story. It's not. They're just 2 guys who happen to live together. They're roommates. There's nothing more. But if you look on Google, you'd think that this was very much an LGBTQ story. Because that's all people are asking, but it's really not. It's good, it's not great, it's just missing something. We'll get to that later. Number 6 is Tomo-chan is a girl, and this is about Tomo, who is a girl and is into karate, and she does karate with her friend and crush, who is a man who doesn't really see her as a girl, sees her as one of the boys. And the whole show is about their relationship as you go through it with all these different other people. and it has, I can't remember her name, I think it's Rebecca, who's this silly looking doll character who's very weird and very unusual, but she's very funny, and she's one of my favourite characters in this show. But I highly recommend giving this one a go if you've not seen it. It is quite funny and entertaining, and the way these two here interact with each other is very funny as well. It's a really nice story. That is Tomo-chan is a girl. Number 5 is a classic. It is Yu-Gi-Oh! And this is, of course, a story of Yugi, who is into the card game Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Duel Monsters as it's known in game, obviously. And all his friends, and they go on an adventure where they need to win a tournament to get their grandfather's spirit back. I can't remember. Something to do with... They need to play the very serious card game. And it's your usual thing of your hero wins with the power of friendship and overcomes and always manages to draw the best cards in his deck as well, which is something. But it's a classic, and it's really good, entertaining. Watching it 20 years after I watched it originally, I think it still holds up. I still hate that the card game in the TV show is nothing like the card game in real life, because I used to play the card game in real life a lot. But it's an entertaining show, and yeah, one I really enjoy. Number 4 is And I Thought There Is Never a Girl Online. And this is a show about a group of people who play an online MMORPG, and everyone in the game is male except for one who's a female, and then they all meet up in real life and it turns out they're all female except for one guy who is a male. And the story is them interacting with each other, getting on with each other, they all go to school together as well, so it's managing themselves at school, managing the game club at school, managing their guild and all their in-game stuff as well. And it's entertaining, it is quite good. A lot of the characters are very good. Nobody stands out as special or anything, but the show itself is very funny. One of the characters can't tell the difference between real life and in-game life, and she seems to be the main character, even though she's not really. But yeah, the show as a whole is very good fun. Number 3 is More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers. And this is a weird plot where a boy and a girl are being forced to live together from school, and they hate each other. What are the odds that they get picked together? But not only that, their two crushes are also paired together in their own little group, and what they do is they have to live together as a married couple, pretend to be married, and they'll get points if they help each other and are nice to each other, and lose points if they're mean to each other or they aren't very good partners with each other. And they need to get a lot of points to get a certain grade so that they can change partners and get to room with their own crushes. But of course, as things go, they grow closer together, they become good friends. She's really mean and he's really soft. There is a bit of fan service in there, but not too much. But the story itself is really nice. There's some really touching moments because the main female character, whose name I can't remember, is it Miyazaki? I can't remember. Although she is a mean girl and quite horrible to him, she's also quite sad and has quite a sad side story as well. So it makes for some really touching scenes and stories, and I really, really enjoyed this show. I can't wait to watch it again. I hope there's a season 2. That is More Than a Married Couple, and I apologise for my budgie. Number 2 is, of course, Spy Family. And in this show, it's a world where, in this show, there's two sides of a country and they are warring with each other, or two countries warring with each other. And what happens is that one of the spies has gone over into the other country and he needs to create a family in order to go undercover. So he adopts a girl, so he's a spy. He adopts a girl, the girl happens to be psychic, she doesn't tell anyone that she's psychic, she can read the minds. And then they bump into somebody else they get a mum to the family, because this mum also needs a partner, in air quotes, to stop people asking her why she's single, because she's 27, apparently that's too old. So they get her to move in with them. She is an assassin and doesn't tell anyone, so he's a spy, she's an assassin, she's psychic, and they also get a dog who happens to be able to see the future as well, so he can see into the future, and Anya can read his mind, so the girl can read his mind, so they know what's coming. And it's the story of them trying to complete the mission in order to get world peace by stopping these two countries warring, but also completing their own little things in and around their own family life, while also trying to keep the family together and learn how to be a family. And it is lovely, it is funny. Anya is one of the best characters, she is so funny as well. And I really do apologise for my budgie, he's having a moment, it's nearly his bedtime. But I highly recommend that Spy Family. And number 1, of course, it's the classic Pokemon. This is another one I watched and I wrote the script for and recorded the audio for, but never actually got around to editing the video. And as you know, Ash Ketchum turns 10, he can become a Pokemon Master, so he goes out to see Professor Oak and he gets a Pokemon, he gets Pikachu, who is an electric Pokemon, and then they go out travelling across the land, searching far and wide in order to catch Pokemon and become a Pokemon master by defeating gym leaders and getting gym badges. And it's brilliant, it's really funny, all the characters are great. It reminded me of all the card games and the video games. It's made me want to play a video game again, even though there isn't one, because I didn't really like the last one. So I'll probably get the next one. Everyone is really good. It's interesting watching it 30 years later, or however long it was from when I watched it originally, because there's a lot I don't remember. I don't remember Misty being treated like crap by Ash all the time. I don't remember Brock not being in it from episode 1. He comes in a bit later. I don't remember Ash just being this incompetent, but because he's got a big heart, things always go his way and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, it's such a good show. It's on Netflix in the UK, and you can get it on other things as well. But there's 1,200 episodes, so I'm not going to watch them all. I'm watching recaps on YouTube at the moment. Yeah, it's such a good show. It's one I highly recommend, and that is Pokemon. So there you go, that's my list. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. I will still be able to get comments and reply, but as I say, I'm not going to upload any more videos for this at all. So I just want to say I've had a really good time. For all the few views that I got and the subscriber that I got, thank you for watching. It's been a lot of fun, but it's time to wrap this up now and get on learning Japanese and stop putting it off. And I need to, because then I can watch anime in Japanese. That'd be great. That's the goal. So I usually say like, share, and subscribe. Don't bother. If you like board games, go to my board game channel, Jesta ThaRogue, and subscribe to that instead. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy your anime. I'm going to continue watching anime. Thank you very much. Goodbye.